Welcome to another podcast episode. Now, I'm going to jump straight into this one because I think we just got to hit it where it hurts. The reality is, you are the person that you're looking for. Now, I know that sounds profound. I know it sounds like a big deal, but it can also sound like it's a non-statement. Like what am I supposed to do with that? And the reason I say that, I find myself saying that statement quite a lot to a lot of clients and students. And that is because most people are on this endless search for the person that's going to help them fix their life, or the person that's going to help them feel better about their life. Sometimes that might be, I won't feel better until I have that relationship, the perfect relationship. And then you're in that relationship and they spend some time away from you and you say to yourself, well, I won't feel better until I see them, or until I'm constantly spending time with them, especially if they're distracted with other things like work or study. The same can be true for a mentor or a boss or a manager or the dream person that you've always looked up to, an idol that you've always looked up to and wanted to meet. All of these imply that the person that you need to be spending time with and the person that is going to solve your problems is out there in the world. But at the end of the day, the person that you're actually looking for is you, because the only person who can create the change you're looking to create is you. Now, I can see how this might sound a little ironic that I'm a mindset coach. I get paid to help people and help people change their lives, whether it's through action taking, changing their perception, or both. But I spend a lot of time encouraging people and helping people understand that while yes, I might have some insight and some experience that can help you speed up the process of growth, the reality is you're the one living your life. I'm not reaching in and living your life for you. I'm reaching in and helping you understand your life, and then you're the one that's actually going and creating the change. And for any of you that have worked with me one-on-one or in any of my masterclasses, it's the same thing, right? You're asking me for help, but I'm not actually reaching in and changing your life. I'm helping you make decisions, but I'm not actually making the decisions for you. Because at the end of the day, you're living your life. You're the one who has the answers to your questions. And yes, you may not feel like you're asking the right questions, and a mentor can help you with that. The truth is, no one can do this but you. I'm not meant to live your life. Your partner or whoever it is you're in a relationship is not meant to live your life for you. Your parents, as much as I'd like to think that they should be, are not meant to be living your life for you. That's for you to choose. That's for you to go and live. And so we spend our lives subordinating to these authorities. This is terms that John DeMartini uses. He talks about subordination to an authority means that you're not becoming your own authority, which I think is quite valuable as a construct and a framework of thinking. But if you're spending all this time subordinating to these different authorities or these perceived authorities, then you're not really giving yourself a chance to become your own. And I don't want to misconstrue the term authority here, because authority has a connotation of perhaps strength and dictatorship and being told what to do. When in reality, if you look at the word authority, if you break it down, it's got author in there. It just means you become the writer of your own life, the writer of your own story. It's nothing to be intimidated by. It's just, who's writing the story? Are you running around with an open notepad or an open notebook and handing other people the pen to write in your book about how things are supposed to go? Or are you the one that's writing and saying, this is how my life is going to go? These are the decisions I want to make. This is the direction I want to head in. These are the kinds of relationships I want. If you're asking everybody else to write down what that should be on that page, then you're never really being your own author or authority. So I say the person that you're looking for is you because, especially in my field, there's a lot of people that run around giving their personal power away. When I say personal power, I mean as an individual, not necessarily physical power. And this translates through to a lot of different areas too. I see it a lot in healthcare. People give their doctors or their healthcare practitioners all the authority over how to treat their body. And as an individual, the only real way you're going to start taking care of your body is if you're the one owning it and taking authority of your choices. Whether it's exercise, yoga, food choices, healthcare, if you're seeing alternative healthcare practitioners, whatever it may be, it's up to you to take authority and take the lead in all these different areas of your life. Finances included. There is no area of your life that deserves you giving other people the authority and you taking a backseat. Because what will end up happening is, at some point you will find that the people you're giving your power to or your authority to are going to make decisions that you're not aligned with. And the question at those points in your life is going to be, well, who made that choice? Who gave them the power to do so? And it's going to be your signature on that document. It's a figurative document, but it's going to be your signature on that document saying, I gave this person power. You know, a legal document that is a similar thing is a power of attorney, right? We're giving somebody else the power to make decisions for us. So you've got to ask yourself, who's owning your life? And who are you hoping will take ownership of your life? There's a good chance that a lot of the things that you're wrestling with and a lot of the decisions that you're not making because you're waiting for someone to tell you what to do. You're waiting for someone to tell you what decision to make or what direction to head in. But as long as you're waiting for someone else to tell you, you're putting aside and depreciating any of your own ability to do that for yourself. And that's what I'm interested in. I mean, yes, I'm in the business of helping people. The more clients and students I get, it's great for business. But I'm also, more importantly, in the business of making sure that you're able to take ownership of your own life. I'm not interested in me taking ownership of your life. That would be disempowering. It's great for business, but it's completely disempowering to you. And it's just not how I do business. I'm more interested in seeing you take ownership. Because I know in my own life, as long as I was handing authority and ownership over to other people, waiting for them to tell me what to do, running every decision by these people around me, whether it was parents, family members, people that I looked up to in the business world, other coaches, or even my wife at times, I would run decisions by them, not as a gut check, not as I just want to get a quick pulse here to make sure that I'm not going crazy, but as are you okay with me doing this? That was the approach that I was using. And the reason I was asking that question was because I was seeking their approval. I was wanting to make sure that they were okay with what I was doing, but I was never actually asking myself, what did I want? What was I okay with? And so when I started to take ownership of my own life, I stopped asking for approval. I stopped waiting for someone to tell me what to do. And I studied people. I studied what people were doing that I wanted to do, looked at it objectively and said, okay, there are ways that I can do the same thing in my own life and create similar results. So I will go and do that. I didn't announce it to anybody. I would just put my head down and get the work done, in whatever area of life it was. As a result, a lot of the places that I've arrived at in my life, at different stages of my life, not just now, the ones that have been most gratifying, the ones that have been most fulfilling to me, have been the decisions I've made without seeking approval. The decisions where I realized that I was the person that I was looking for the whole time, and that I was capable. I was more than capable of making these decisions for myself. So by you being able to take ownership of your life, start taking authority of your life, you're more likely to start taking these decisions and making these decisions and taking action steps in the direction that will create the outcome that you're looking to create. And you're more likely to gain a sense of fulfillment. You're more likely to gain a sense of achievement. And you'll look back at yourself and the decisions you made with a sense of appreciation and gratitude that you actually did that. This is crucial as far as self-development goes. And I think it's one of the many areas of self-development that is overlooked. So this is going to be a short one, but I really want to kind of punch this one home because I'm seeing a lot of scenarios where people are too scared, they're unwilling, or they don't believe they're capable of handling taking ownership of their own life and taking responsibility for their decisions. Yes, there are people who can teach you. I might be one of those people if you're listening to this or watching this. But the reality is the person you're actually looking for is you, because you can take all the insight, you can take everything that you learn, but what use is it if you do nothing with it? So take whatever there is to learn out in the world, integrate it into your own life, but make sure you stay the authority, because you're the one who reaps the rewards. You're also the one that has to deal with the consequences of doing otherwise. So make sure you understand that the weight of your choices are on you, and so you may as well make the decisions that you're aligned with. Anyway, it's a short rant. I wanted to really hit home with this because I've been having a lot of conversations where I'm seeing people wrestle with this, and I thought this might help. So make sure you have subscribed wherever you're listening to this or watching this. And if you are listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please leave a review. You know that reviews affect the decisions you make and the purchasing decisions and things like that you make. So your reviews will help other people make sure that they check out the podcast too, because we've got a lot of great content coming down the pipeline, and I want to make sure that we can get this out to as many people as we can. So on that note, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.